Breaking the vicious cycle. Well, it's back. As many of you know that follow this channel, I have an autoimmune condition called ulcerative colitis. And well, it definitely is a vicious cycle. This is definitely not to have like a sob story and oh pity me, but when I get in these flares, which I am currently in one, I have some interesting food that I eat, and I thought, you know what, it's my life right now, and I will show you guys what I eat. It's kind of interesting, kind of boring actually. So today, we're gonna make various things, and believe it or not, yes, with milk. So let's do it. Ugh. Stinks a little bit. I should wash this. So I'm still learning how to manage my symptoms as naturally as possible, and my greatest goal through it all is to stay away from medications, especially steroids. I hate prednisone. Hate it. Raw cow's milk. I know you think I'm crazy. We're making 24-hour yogurt, which basically means you ferment the yogurt for 24 hours and it takes the majority of the lactose out of the milk, which makes it really easy to digest, and it's a super good probiotic food. I have a video I made on how to do it somewhere else on my channel. I'll try to remember to link it below. Yeah.
I can get it.
Oh, look at the mess I made. Oh no. This has been a lifesaver for me different times in my health journey. It's called the SCD Diet. It's talking about breaking the vicious cycle, and it is a vicious cycle. That you just feel like you're constantly spiraling in and never knowing when the next attack will hit you. But I'm making some food out of that, and later I'm gonna be making a really interesting cheese. But before we do that, I just wanted to let you know, for those of you that have been faithfully following, a lot of you are constantly checking in on my health. And I had just recently said when we went on our Switzerland trip, actually, give me a second. On that trip, I had talked about how colostrum has been such an amazing help in my health journey with this autoimmune condition. So doesn't it work anymore? It does. It's an incredible tool, but I've always known it's not been the only thing that keeps me out of flares. It's helped me keep flares away longer. But there's so many other factors like stress, lack of sleep, just a whole factor of things that can cause these triggers, and I never quite know when one will hit. But I'm super grateful for many things. I want to share those in a bit. I have been kind of under some stress the last bit. Not major, I didn't really think it was huge, but I think it has been more than I realized on my body. But it was just like a multitude of things that, looking back, I think is why I'm where I'm today. But I'm so thankful for many reasons. So speaking of things I'm thankful for, this little gal right here and my 5-year-old son, 2 healthy children, and she especially I'm so thankful for in the way that we have her, because there's a pretty big age gap. My son is 5.5 and she is 6 months, so there's like a 5-year gap, and it wasn't really ideal for us, but with all the health I was going through, I couldn't have more children until we got it a little more under control. I was super worried when we did get pregnant about all the things that could go wrong. I had a healthy pregnancy, I have a healthy child, and God was so good that I did not get my first flare until she is old enough that she's not so much in that newborn stage. Look, can you say hi to everybody? Hi. Yeah. She is getting so many teeth, and she's, okay, so she's been sleeping through the night ever since she's been almost born until recently. And she got, instead of getting her 2 middle front teeth, I don't know what they're called, are they the eye teeth next to it and then the ones next to that? I just call them like your fang teeth. She's getting both sides too, but not the middle front. She already has her bottom too. And it looks so goofy. It looks like she's like missing her false teeth or something. Anyway, hopefully she'll start sleeping better through the night. So I think that could be another reason why we're in this predicament. All the short nights. All the short nights. Yeah. You're so special. So the other thing I am super grateful for is our recent trip to Switzerland. It was so incredible. It was for our 10th anniversary. And just to be able to go and feel mostly good the entire trip. was just a blessing. So often there's been different times we couldn't travel, a lot of times because of my health, and so just to have that as a family memory and to be able to go, it was just amazing. I'm so thankful for that. It's just, God is so good. Real quick, this is super exciting news. We are doing another huge giveaway. Ta-da! Now, it's not like we're like so super infatuated with e-bikes. We just really love them as a family. And Heybike really wanted to work with us, and we wanted to do giveaways. And so it's just been an excellent combination where we can bless you guys with bikes. At least 2 people are the lucky winners. The last one that we did was for Thanksgiving. This one is for Christmas. And also Heybike is running some great deals on their website, which we'll talk about later. I'm so excited for whoever gets to win this bike. E-bikes are so much fun. So the Heybike Sola is like more your commuter style bike. It has a 500-watt motor, which is pretty standard on a lot of bikes, and it has a speed of about 20 miles per hour, and the range that you can go on this is maybe around 31 to 45 miles, depending how much you help, depending how much you weigh. The Heybike Sola is a class 2, which means you can take it on most trails where normal bikes can go. Just like with your traditional bikes, it has 7 speeds, so you just have like your 7 normal speeds to make like biking easier or harder. And then you also have 5 different pedal assist modes where it helps you, the motor helps kick in depending how much you want help or how little you want help. You can connect this bike with the app. It has some different settings through that. We won't dive into it. And it also has a torque sensor. If you don't know what a torque sensor is, it's basically a sensor that actually measures how hard you're pedaling. So the harder you pedal, the more power it gives to the motor and so on. It has a thumb throttle to get you going. I like the leather grips that they have on here. I just always like the look of leather. They also have a leather seat. It has a button for a horn. And there's also a button to turn on the light in the front, but if you want to turn the light on in the back, you have to actually go ahead and press this little button, and you have different lights that work in the back. So that's not hooked up to your handlebar. It's a more basic version. But yeah, really nice bike. But I will say, of the 2 bikes that we've done a giveaway on, we love the City Run the best. I think that is just an incredible bike. In conclusion, my preference would most definitely go to the City Run, but depending what your needs are, that may be different for you. The Sola is a commuter bike optimized for urban riding, so they've made it lighter with larger wheels and a shorter wheelbase. Since I'm more of a casual rider, I don't prefer this as the front wheel kept bumping into my shoe when I turned. However, that is common with this style of bike. The City Run is a much more comfortable ride for my style of riding, with a step-through frame making it easy to get in and out of, and it also has suspension, which the Sola does not, as well as many other little additional features that make the City Run my personal favorite. So if you're like me and aren't as much into fast road biking, I would point you to the City Run. It is one of our favorite bikes, but if you are into road cycling, the Sola may be a better fit for you. So yeah, if you're interested in purchasing one, I'll have links to Heybike's website down below. They have a deal going on, a Christmas sale that you can still get in. You can save up to $400 on one bike, and if you buy 2 bikes, you can save an additional $100. And if you're interested in winning this, you'll have to head over to Instagram, check out our giveaway over there. We're only doing it on Instagram. I apologize for those of you that don't have Instagram, but you can quickly make a free account if you need to. It doesn't take long at all. The only qualifications is you'll need to be in the area to pick up. So it kind of limits the amount of people that can enter, and I apologize for that, but we won't be able to ship. I know there's quite a few viewers here that are within driving distance. So head on over to Instagram. I'll have all the information over there and all the rules that you need to follow to apply. It's been super fun to be able to do these incredible giveaways. So a big thanks to Heybike for making that possible. My 2 little blessings are out here enjoying this gorgeous fall day. Lexi, can you give Mommy a big toothy grin? Yeah. Sponge, are you a little apprehensive? Are you a little apprehensive? Mom. What? What do you think, Sponge? What do you think? Careful, Sponge. Don't get hit.
I'm sorry for doing that. That's why I should keep out for rollerblades.
Yeah, she has to learn how to get out of your way.
Sponge, look out for the viaduct.
Oh, are you all right? What happened?
I'm good.
What are some of the foods that I eat? So one of the staples would be 24-hour yogurt. Also the colostrum is huge. I eat that a lot with it. Something that is a little bit surprising is I can have 100% natural, no sugar added, grape juice diluted with a little bit of like half water, half grape juice. This has been incredible for keeping up energy. There's enough of sugar that it just kind of gives you a little bit of a perk. Another thing is apple cider. The reason they recommend apple cider is simply because apple cider rarely has added sugars, and you're supposed to dilute it with water as well. Also is the paneer cheese we're gonna be making. It's a really interesting recipe, and it's actually fairly tasty, and it's a good source of protein. Something I can quickly snack on, but it's not like super tasty, but it's not like gross either. So, and then lastly is pretty much anything broiled meat, like anything that we can get a meat to be tender. Mostly fish and chicken is good. You can't have beef patties if it's broiled or roasted. That is pretty much it. That's pretty much what I plan to be eating for the next as long as I can, until hopefully things settle down and clear up. So let's get to making some cheese. It's called Paneer Cheese or farmer's cheese. Now this is also called dry curd cottage cheese. It's a very dry cheese, super easy to make. I remember it was a year or so ago, a young guy that had stopped in at our farm here, he was originally from India, and we got to talking about milk. And he said he never had issues with milk giving him problems until he moved here and started drinking ultra pasteurized milk. Because where he came from, you only drank raw milk. So if you have healthy cows from a healthy source, I think the benefits of raw milk are superior to the little bit of risk you could possibly have from picking up some kind of bacteria. Now it is a risk. I'm not saying it's not a risk, but I think the benefits of healthy milk outweigh the risk, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm heating up this milk to 160 degrees, and then we're gonna add vinegar, of all things, so it curdles, and then we're just gonna strain it into a lump of cheese. All right, while the curds are separating, Xander wants me to come out and watch him jump in his big pile of leaves. That's a big pile of leaves.
And that's also a lot of leaves.
So the last thing I want to make today is a chicken soup. Basically, you just boil chicken and throw in carrots. So I had been trying to decide if I wanted to share and just talk about this again. There's part of me that just prefers to keep it quiet. And then another part of me was saying, you know, I told you all how well I had been doing and how colostrum really helped me on the trip. And so I thought maybe I should be honest and let you know that I did later get into another flare. I know so many of you have shared you love when I talk about some of this real stuff, and so I decided to let you guys know, and we'll see how quickly, if we can get out of this again.
This memory from the 1950s.
So I like to have the cheese drain for a while in the fridge. I have it in a colander, and then it kind of just becomes like a hard, not a hard cheese, but anyway, you can slice it. I also got the pot of soup started. It needs to just simmer for like 4 hours or so. I guess we'll check back in and see how this whole diet has gone. I just put Lexi in like Xander's old little seat push around thing, whatever you call him. She's loving it. Whee! Isn't that pretty? She's loving it.
Wow, that's just what you wanted, huh?
Oh, I wish I could. Lexi. What's this?
Maybe.
50.
Checking back in a few weeks later, and I'm super excited to announce that I am pretty much completely out of my flare. Not quite. I still have some remaining things, some things I'm still working on. But praise the Lord, I can't believe it actually. Because before this, it's been super difficult. So yeah, I was really strict at the beginning, and then eventually I started going back to a little bit more of a normal diet, and things are just continually getting better. And I can hardly believe it because I kind of switched from really strict to not so strict more quickly than I normally would, and it's just progressing better and better. So it's such a relief, and I'm praying it still continues because I still have a little bit of work to do to get completely out of it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's more of a chatty random video, and also I just hope that if you're dealing with health issues, you realize that you're not alone. There's others of us that are in it as well, and just trying to do life and dealing with it at the same time. So see you guys in the next video. Bye.